And welcome back. Like I said, I am doing 2 What If and 2 Who to Win weeks this month. So, just to make up for the fact they didn't do them last month. So, let's get to this. It is part 2 of What If Tsunade had adopted Naruto. So, last time on the Naruto What If Tsunade had adopted Naruto? Really, when you break it down, I mean, a lot it happened, but then nothing of like, oh my god, this happened, went on. To sum up part 1 real quick. Naruto does have a happy life with his adopted mother of Tsunade. I do believe he knows he's adopted, by the way. I think she probably let that information slip pretty slip. She let him know that pretty quick. However, she has not told him about the QB. She's as a mother, she's worried that about what he'll think, but she says she'll tell him when he graduates. Also, she does know a little bit of medical ninjutsu, basically the Mystic Palm technique. And she put the Genesis Rebirth seal in his head. Not allowing him to activate it on his own accord, mind you, but just keeping it there. Because it would make sense when you think about it. It's constantly taking chakra. It's constantly storing chakra away for another purpose. Naruto being Uzumaki has vast amounts of chakra. Add on to the fact that the Kurama's chakra is constantly, at least slowly, merging with his own, and that makes for a very effective seal. Plus, at a young age, it'll be pretty awesome when it actually activates. And that's basically it. Now, Naruto also is best friends with Sasuke. He was there for him after his parents after his clan was massacred by his brother. So Sasuke in this version is kind of a blend. He's nothing like he was in the original per se. Well, not nothing. He's not what he was in the original. He's not, the brooding, I'm going to kill Itachi. I hate people, whatever. They're useless unless they're good for me, and I just get stronger. But he's also not, I'm Naruto, I'm Sasuke Uchiha. Believe it. He's not Naruto, essentially. He is somewhere in the middle, though, where he still smiles from here he still smiles here and there. He's around his friends, particularly Naruto, he can let his guard down. He's not 100% aloof. Like, he'll at least give someone like Sakura, the time of day, and if they ask a question, he'll at least give a vague answer. But, like, with the fangirls, he still ignores them to the best of his ability. He still takes training to defeat, avenge his family, his clan very seriously. So, pretty much open up with them on their first day of actual shinobi school. Now, Naruto's outfit. People ask me, am I going to give him the green coat like Tsunade? Things along those lines. Honestly, no. At least not in that, just the green coat. I think, though, he would wear something akin to his mom's outfit on some level. Like, I imagine him with an orange shirt, like a dark orange, like a t-shirt, sleeves maybe down there, a green vest with the, like his shirt would have the Uzumaki symbol on the front. So he has the big spiral, but he has like the Senju symbol on the back of the vest he would wear. And so, honestly, I'll let me rephrase that. He would have kind of an oddly inverted version of Boruto's outfit. If you know what Boruto's outfit looked like, he has an undershirt, a jacket, and pants. His jacket and pants are green with maybe an orange stripe on there, which green and orange go actually really well together, so it's a good compliment, and Naruto gets his orange. He has a black undershirt, I would imagine, in this case, Uzumaki swirl on the back, and the Senju on the front, and on the back is the Senju marker. So that's kind of what you're going with. Boruto's outfit, but green and orange with a black shirt with the Uzumaki symbol and the Senju on the back. Anyway, their first day of school, it goes pretty well. They're still hanging out with their friends. Naruto hangs out with Hinata when he can, because I think him and Hinata would at least get to know each other a bit better, because he would recognize her from the day he helped her out. Forgive the fact, by the way, that the camera seems a little iffy at the moment. For some reason it was out of focus, and it turns out there was some crap on there. So if it seems a little out of focus in certain spots, it's because I still need to clean it a bit more. But this should work. So, Naruto at least is like, oh, he knows. Like, Naruto, hello. And then, he would, hang out and it's my hair. It's like, I'm wearing a wig. No, I'm not. Trust me, no, I'm not. Sorry. Back at the plot. I'm really just all over here. Focus here. Okay. So, he would, say hi to Hinata. He also knows Sakura and Ino as well, because he's probably met them before. But obviously, Shikamaru, Choji, and Sasuke are pretty much his, closest friends. Kiba, Shino just because he really hasn't gotten to know him. And Kiba, I do not see Kiba really being close to Naruto. At least not that close. As acquaintances, maybe. So anyway, when lunch comes around, him and Sasuke actually sit down, eat together, chill, just chatting up. And Naruto will say, "Hey, Hinata, want to come sit with me and Sasuke?" It's like, "Oh, okay." And then she'll sit down and have a conversation with him. Sasuke, I don't think he harbors any grudges against the Hyuga clan at all. They're technically the strongest clan in the Leaf Village now, or the largest anyway. They have the most members. When you really think about that, how many Akimichis, Yamanakas, Naras, how many of them do we actually see? But the Hyuga clan, we've actually seen a lot of Hyugas. So, so I think they're the largest in terms of overall size. So, but yeah, and Hinata's, actually really happy to be making friends, and she's near her now. At this point, she's probably already developed a little infatuation with Naruto. He saved her and stuff, and even healed her a little scrape. So they talk, and he talks about how he's going to be a Hokage just like his dad was. Like, do you know your dad was? No, my mom said. My mom said. Well, no, can't be a Hokage like his dad. All she said was my dad was a really important guy and a really powerful guy. I want to power this, so I'm going to aim to be Hokage, but I'm going to be cool and help people like my mom at the same time. I was like, that's a really nice goal. Like, what do you want to do? I just want to be a great kunoichi, and just like that. And she says it shyly, but say, well, I completely believe in you, Naruto or Hinata. Is Naruto Sasuke? And Sasuke, you're right. And unlike Sasuke, in normal, and probably just go, yeah, sure. But I go, and, he's like. I think you can do whatever you want if you put your mind to it and don't have faith in yourself. Not saying I believe it, but he gives a generally good answer. I believe as long as you believe you can do it, put in the hard work and effort, and never really give up, you can do it too. That's my goal. I want to get stronger just like that. And so you know what? And it's like, yeah, and you know what, guys? We'll get stronger together. If we ever want to train together, we should be able to. We should do that and stuff like that. So it's like. You get the little mini in you there. By the way, if you can pick up on some things, you can tell where I might be going with this. Which, by the way, this does not coincide with another what if because that's a separate circumstances, and I'll explain it when I get to it. But anyway, and really, there's not much that happened that transpires. Sakura, tried, to hang out with them occasionally, and I think they do occasionally hang out with them. But because they sort of fangirl over Sasuke at this point, just a little bit. Not as much as the other girls, though, because they've actually known Sasuke for longer. They've actually personally known him. So they kind of have an idea of who he is, and that even though they really do kind of, they fawn over him, he's not, they know he wouldn't like that. So they try to do their best to actually be competent and, actually be someone that Sasuke would admire, a competent kunoichi. And that actually leads to Sakura really improving her own abilities a bit. She still wouldn't know anything past the academy jutsu, but she would be a more competent, hand-to-hand fighter, actual legitimate tactician. And you know what? I'll take that back. I'll give her one thing. I will give her genjutsu, because it was always implied in the series that she would be good at genjutsu, or she has a talent for it. They did nothing with that. You gave her genjutsu and made the apprentice Tsunade, cut the useless stuff right out the window. She would have been scary as F. I mean, technically, she was kind of scary as F, but only in the right context. Otherwise, she was still useless. So anyway, yeah, but a lot of the time, nothing would really come from that. Sorry. Most of the year, or most of the up until near graduation, nothing's really changing. Except you would get a couple things. Sasuke and Hinata would actually come over to Naruto's place a couple times to train, maybe even go over to Sasuke's place a couple times to train. In fact, more than a couple times, because, close-knit friend. Choji and Shikamaru would be a bit more sporadic, but they'd still come over. Shikamaru and Choji would probably just be chilling most of the time, but still, it's friends hanging out. I also think you would see Hinata really striving to improve herself, gaining more confidence, because she's got not just Naruto there, her crush, her feelings grow stronger and stronger for. But Sasuke there, who, you know what? Sasuke is a good guy. He shows confidence in me, all that stuff. So if he thinks I can do that. She doesn't give up. She perseveres. And I think after a while she would pick up on the fact that the style of the Hyuga is just rigid for her. So at one point, Hiyashi, I believe that's how you pronounce her dad's name, comes out and sees her training. He's like, Hinata, what are you doing? What are you out to training for? And she's like, what are you doing? She's yeah. She's training basically, but he sees that her style's a little off. Your style is off. And it's like, no, and she's like, Hinata would still be very, respectful of father, not like rude, but I think she would at least lose a little bit of the fear of him to some degree. But she would still be like, no, father, it's not quite like that. And she explained that she's kind of figured out that the normal Hyuga style, while dangerous, effective for almost every other Hyuga, doesn't seem to quite fit for her. And Hiyashi's eyebrows explain. Our style is based on the Earth's, is rooted in Earth chakra, the Earth stance, a very strong and standard state, but it doesn't work for me because for some reason my fluidity doesn't work. So I'm trying to evolve into a different style. And I think I have something down. Really, what do you have down, Hinata? And she basically explains that instead of just quick successive strikes and a rigid stance and powerful stance, she's trying to flow more like water and be evasive and counter striking. To which Yashi just says, Hinata, really, show me what you've worked on so far. It's like, really? By the way, I can't do a good Hiyashi. Of all the good impressions I can do, I can't do Hiyashi. It's a deep voice. That's all I know. And she basically just says, "Come, father," and he goes. Now, obviously, Hiyashi would be taking it way too easy on her, but still, he goes in, and their normal spars, he kind of just kicks her butt. But in this, she instead is playing defense, and then she actually kind of does a motion, and then and actually taps his hand. Now, granted, they're not using chakra points or actual gentle fist stuff, and he immediately sees that or nearly tests it, and he actually pulls back, and then she strikes out again. He evades, and for a little while it's just her dodging and quick blocking, and to kind of like that. Actually, that motion just made me realize she could be adding Bagua stance in there. Bagua, for if you don't know what the fighting style is. First up, Bagua masters are scary as F. They will mess you up. Airbending, actually, in Avatar Last Airbender is based on Bagua. Bagua is based off a lot of circular motions. A lot of times they'll say, pretend you make a ball and you move. So, for instance, someone's striking you, you move like that, and you basically catch them and just break their arm, more or less. Or you flip them like that. Or, you come in and just do a quick jab. There's a lot of circular motions with Bagua. I don't actually know Bagua. I can just kind of do makeshift versions of the technique and, form a fighting style around that. You don't really need to know my personal ability to defend myself, I guess. But yes, I know how to defend myself, and it's basically mixed martial arts because I blended a lot of styles together. But that's what Hinata kind of has figured out, is kind of to do circular rotations to back and basically it's all said, Hiyashi just pumps up the level just a little bit and just puts her on the goes. It's like, and then Hiyashi just kind of looks at it and is like, I will say this, Hinata, I'm impressed. For you to be able to take the Hyuga style and make something of your own is not an easy feat. We will be continuing your training from here on in, but we will be continuing to further the style you created. And Hinata is overjoyed. This is the first time in a while that he's taken a real interest in her. So, and so that's one of the big things Hinata would be doing. Now we cut over to back. One of the things we'll see with Naruto and Sasuke is during one of their training trips, or during one of Naruto's sessions, and this is without Sasuke, he's working more on his chakra control, his mom, things along those lines. The Mystic Palm technique heals the fish, and they're going beyond that. But after all, he puts a little too much chakra in there, and he just, these giant kind of blades come out of his hands, bigger than your average chakra blade, and chakra scalp. It's like, what? And Tsunade's like, what is this, Mom? And he kind of just taps the tree, nearly slices the tree in half. Because the chakra scalpel can be used to legitimately cut, but it can also be used to like cut beyond your skin and cut tendons and stuff like that without breaking the skin. So obviously Naruto's chakra says, "What was that?" And then Tsunade's like, that how did you do that? No, well, I kind of focused a little too much chakra into the technique. Sorry, Ma. No, but that's not what I mean. How were you able to use that technique? What technique? And then Tsunade essentially explains to her son that medical ninjas, generally speaking, aren't supposed to be in combat. However, one of the big things that they can do in combat, a technique that medical ninjas are usually exclusive to medical ninjas, is something known as Chakra Skills. And she explains it creates a Chakra Skill. By focusing your chakra on your palm and basically slimming it down into a blade, you can cut through cut through bones, cut through blood, tendons, things along those lines without too much effort. But so do that again, Naruto. And then she just, he does it again and again. They are far stronger than your average blades. She looks at them, it's like, why are you? It's like it's almost like a legitimate blade of. And then she kind of thinks, wait, Naruto, turn it off for a minute. I got to go inside and find something. And she goes inside and looks through a drawer she has, and it's like, there it is. I knew I had some lying around. So she goes in and she basically just says, Naruto, here, take this. I want you to funnel your chakra through this piece of paper, and I need to see something. So he funnels the chakra through, and sure enough, she's got wind chakra. And she goes, well, that explains it. And now, before I continue, I should say this. And you know what? I'm going to get Tsunade's profile up real quick. I don't think I mentioned this in the last video, but I'm going to mention it again just in case. I don't think we ever knew what Tsunade's elemental nature is. Then we do have it here. She actually has quite a few. Lightning, earth, water, and fire. Wow, she has everything but wind, which makes sense. When you think about it, the slugs probably have some access to both earth and water techniques. Fire is the main element most leaf ninjas know. And lightning, she was able to turn her chakra into lightning to basically, mess Kabuto's nerves up. So, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so they do say it, and she basically explained. Now, what her primary element is, who knows? But the fact that she was actually able to turn her chakra into electricity makes me believe it might actually be lightning. But who knows? Basically, she explains that your primary chakra is wind. Fortunately, it's the one element I don't have. And she explains by channeling chakra in there, the paper crumbles or crumples up. We're starting to disintegrate and being set on fire on the other end, and then it douses itself out. I was like, whoa, you have 4 chakra elements, Mom? Oh, yeah, and that's not even including the yin-yang stuff. It's like, what's yin-yang? That's a different thing entirely, son. But don't worry. I mean, wind's pretty rare in the fire ninja, in the leaf, but I should be able, in the fire, land of fire, but I should be able to help you out. Shizune, could you go get, and she's going to go get a couple, Meyer Winjutsu for Naruto to practice on. And she goes, yes, Tsunade. Meanwhile, we will practice with your chakra blades. So, cut to another session with Naruto and Sasuke. And, Naruto and him are kind of sparring out a bit. He's trying out the fire element. Just, boo, it's like, oh, man, Sasuke's so cool. I wish fire would be so awesome. But but guess what? You're not the only one. And I would think by graduation he has 2 jutsu down. He has both Wind, Gale Palm, and Great Breakthrough. But we'll get to the butt in just a second. I'm going to probably save it for when the teams are announced, or end it when the teams are announced. So anyway, so he goes, Great Breakthrough. It's like, Sasuke. What? And then Sasuke, Wind jutsu? That's amazing, Naruto. And then Shizune is like, who wants lemonade? And, right, lemonade. Oh, thanks, Tsunade. And then, they have a lemonade. And say, you two are it's actually quite impressive that you both have wind and fire. I know, right? Oh, no, don't you know? Or that's just impressive in terms of your power. But it's also, they're also the only elements that actually complement each other, as far as we know. We don't know for certain if the other elements complement. Like, wind and water can kind of complement each other a little bit. So, maybe not the only one. So, actually, that implies wind is the real key in this, because fire doesn't complement really of the any other elements that much. Um, so, because and she explains the analogy that if you strengthen, a fire could be is strengthened by oxygen, so air. You put air over fire. That's what bellows are like. Um, and but I mean, a strong, but in so Naruto would say is like, but can a strong enough breeze or strong enough a gust of wind put a fire out? It can, but most of the time it'll just strengthen the blaze. And so they try. It's like, all right, Naruto, you ready? Yeah, let's do it. You fire star, fire monsters, redstone, great breakthrough, and they basically just incinerate a dummy in the backyard and their fence. And Tsunade's like, oh, Naruto, it's like, boys, sorry, Mom, we'll fix it. So, yeah, they learned that, they can collaborate in their jutsu together. So, really, everyone's, improved in their own little ways here or there. Sakura's even getting a genjutsu, a minor one, but a genjutsu. So, when we get to graduation, where are we at? Well, first off, Naruto is not a bad student in the least. He's not a genius. He's not going to be top marks in terms of academic skills. But he would still be a above average student, I think. I think Tsunade would definitely hammer that in. He's fine in the physical exams. Then comes the clone test. And once again, he uses the Shadow Clone Jutsu instead of the Clone Jutsu. Why? Because I'm sure Tsunade and him would have realized that he just can't seem to do it. His chakra control isn't that good. And he just has too much of it. So they instead decided to go with the Shadow Clone Jutsu, which honestly just works better for Naruto in general. So teams are set. Then you know what? I'm probably not going to end it with the team select. Well, we'll see what happens. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll extend it a little bit on the normal episode. But point being, Mizuki tries to go and steal the scroll. So what happens here? Him and Iruka still have the. So it's still. I think Mizuki does succeed in it, and I think somehow, some way, Naruto gets involved. Maybe he was on his way home. He succeeded in graduation. Tsunade was, and Suzu, they both agreed. You had to tell him when he graduated. You said you were going to do it. I was like, yeah, I said I was going to do it. I just don't want him to hate me. And just, it's like, it's okay, Tsunade. He's your son. No matter whether you gave birth to him or not, whether it's biological or not, he is your son. He will love you regardless. And when Naruto doesn't come home, she goes out looking for him, which leads to Naruto going to, save Iruka, who is a teacher I think he likes. I think he likes Iruka. Iruka and him aren't on the same level in terms of bonding, but they can't relate to each other the same way. But he still likes Iruka, because Iruka's a good guy and still probably treated him fairly. Because there's still going to be people who know about the fox, know about Naruto's relationship with it, who just kind of view Naruto as a problem. But still. So, it's Naruto. So, you're the one. So, Mizuki basically says, oh, so your mother didn't tell you. Fox, what are you talking about? And when he says that, and Tsunade overhears this real quick, no, oh, so your mother didn't tell you. And then Tsunade's like, you shut your mouth. And she comes and nearly just kills him. Oh, what's the matter, Mom? Mom? Didn't you want to tell your sweet little baby boy the truth? You shut your mouth. I was going to wait till you're ready to hear this. It's like, what are you talking about? Oh, before the guy couldn't kill the nine-tailed fox, Naruto. You are the nine-tailed fox. And just... no, Naruto, you're not the nine-tailed, but she tries to, but he's just upset, he kind of runs off, but he has the scroll with him. Damn it, the brat took the scroll, and then he just appears with a smoke bomb following him. Naruto, there you are, give me the scroll, quick! To which, again, it's Iruka, and Naruto's just hiding out, and and then Tsunade comes, like, Tsunade. It's like, I'm gonna break you for what you said to my son. It's like, your son, please, you adopted him. He's not really your son, and he's just laying in there, kind of, unfortunately. He's not, it's mean, but he's not wrong. It's like, he's not his son. You adopted him, all because you lost your lover and all that, because you felt bad, because you're maternal, and it's like, give me a break. And then, Tsunade is honestly distracted by it. Lady Tsunade! It's like, how could you possibly ever love a demon like that? It's like, and then he comes in, and Tsunade, she gets out her super. Right as that happens, you just hear the sound of photon great friends and photon yeah bomb boom. Now, by the way, Naruto doesn't bother learn anything from the scroll because he doesn't need to, and just hits Mizuki dead on in the chest. And then Naruto just pops in right in front of his mom, throws a scroll to her. It's like, don't you ever come at my mom again. If you ever talk to my mom again, or even try to her, and I'll kill you. And then he says, basically, as he does it, except there's even more malice, and there's you fool, I can destroy you without even trying. Take your best shot, but I'll get back to you 1,000-fold. Shadow Cloud Jutsu, and then boom, 2,000 clones there. Even Tsunade's like, holy crap. And then, then boom, just beats the ever-loving crap out of him, and he even goes a little brutal on him, and like takes his Achilles tendons out with a chakra blade, just chakra scalpel, just and then he just try to get away now. And then he's, what did you do? I cut your Achilles tendon. There's no way you're going to be able to run away unless you get some medical ninja to heal you. What do you say, Mom? Yeah, no. Yeah, I didn't think so. And then just boom, knocks him out. So then it's like, Naruto. I was like, Naruto, are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine, Mom. It's like, and then she starts to cry. I'm so sorry I didn't tell you. I wanted to tell you, but I didn't want you to be upset with me or hate me. Or I was like, and then Naruto actually just goes in and gives, just like he did with Sasuke, just gives his mom a hug. And she's like, Mom, I could never hate you. So I just wish you told me sooner. When that's it's kind of a big thing, Mom. I wish you would have told me sooner. It's like, you're not mad at me? No. It's like, how could I be mad at you? You're Tsunade as a son. You're my mom. You're awesome. And then she breaks down and just gives her baby boy a big hug. So really not much else changes because there's not much else that happens. Like, I think he meets Konohamaru. But really, that's about, I mean, he's impressed, but he doesn't do like the sexy jutsu because that's not something he would have learned. And Konohamaru probably doesn't idolize Naruto the same way, although he hears that he's, the son of Tsunade, probably follows him around. Goes about the same, except when the whole Ebisu thing happens, he might get his butt kicked a little bit. It's hard to say. I think honestly what would happen is Naruto like basically wins on a technicality. As that what happens is he wins by basically, Ebisu tries basically and gets him in a headlock. He's like, because you're the son of Tsunade, I will let this go. But yeah, let this go. Really? Just like I should let this go? And then what? That you're putting a strangle on me for no reason other than I'm trying to help a kid? Basically, more or less, he's actually able to give out a point that says, I'm just trying to give Konohamaru some advice here, all right? Plus, I don't think Ebisu would be hating on Naruto like this troublemaker, because he's not the biggest troublemaker in this one. So it's not the same kind of thing that goes on here that it did in the original. They basically respect the fact that Naruto actually tries to talk to Konohamaru. So I'm going to actually have to take it back and say that no, he doesn't. He doesn't actually fight Ebisu. He just Naruto explains what he was talking to Konohamaru about, and so on. So we're gonna end this, like I said, with the team announcements. So when we get to the team announcements, things are a little different. We get the Inosuke Cho. That's a given. That happens. But then it's like Team 8 is Team 7. Naruto Uzumaki, Sasuke Uchiha, and Hinata Hyuga. And it's like, yep, you'll be your sensei will be Kakashi. And then it's like, what? No! It's like, Hinata doesn't even like Sasuke. How did she get on the team? And then, Sakura would actually be paired with Team 8. Because she is, and I think one of the reasons they said it is because of her aptitude for Genjutsu. I think that and her intelligence. So it gives her keen tracking abilities, and she can learn a lot from Kurenai. So, real quick to end it, the reason why this is not the same as what if Hinata was on Team 7 is because those requests, which by the way, yeah, I have all those requests, and there's a lot of you asked that, so there's going to be a lot of shouts when I eventually get to that one. Hinata on Team 7 is basically what if Hinata was on Team 7 and within the canon of the series. This is no longer within the canon of the series. So basically, we would start with what if Hinata had been put on Team 7 instead of building up to a different type of Naruto and Sasuke, and then putting Hinata on Team 7. So that's what the difference is. But yes, Hinata is on Team 7 with Sasuke and Naruto in this version. And that's where we're going to leave it off. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. As always, if you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. Ideas for would win, Star Wars, Superhero Magic, what if, anything to do on the channel, put that in the comments below. Let me know. I'll get to that at some point. If you want us to review something, put in the comments below. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one, folks.